Welcome to Rainier Avenue Radio World and our broadcast of the Rainier Beach Garfield boys game, otherwise known as the Hood Classic. With me, Mr. Classic. Rick Dupree.
Man, Tony, I tell you what, the gym is fairly empty, but the music's going. We've got some fans here, more than we had in the girls' game, and you can feel the energy here in the building, and it's going to be quite a game. You got two teams that are, again, it's neighborhood bragging rights.
Even as folks were walking in, you could feel the energy level pick up. For this game, how important it is to these folks in the community, and you got a lot of players from both schools that like to come out.
For
this game,
no doubt,
for the history,
of
these two teams. Which again, we got Brandon Roy coaching the Garfield Bulldogs on one side, and several players who used to play for Beach coaching on the other side. David King, is over there.
Romel Witherspoon. You got Dave Belmonte, who was head coach Mike Madia's coach at Franklin High School, and the coach when you were there.
Right.
So he's on the bench there. So it's definitely, you talk about the neighborhood bragging rights. Last Friday when we were here, Garfield went down to Eastside Catholic. A difference maker, I think, Tony, tonight. Corn is back. Corn Johnson is back for the Bulldogs, and I tell you what, the junior, he can fill it up, and when he gets hot, watch out. And so I think that could be a difference maker for Garfield. I think it's going to be a lot closer than maybe we might have thought after seeing them last week against Eastside Catholic.
And Garfield did pull ahead a couple times of Eastside Catholic. And again, as we talked about, there were just times when there didn't seem to be the ball movement or a little bit indecisive.
Right.
The defense was aggressive the entire time, but I think Corn's going to make a big difference in that offense. And then again, Rick, we broadcasted the Rainier Beach Chief Self game, and both of us were just fascinated by Newer Bowl.
Man,
and my understanding is that was probably the best game that he played to date. But he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, only a sophomore. And I talked to Romel Witherspoon, and he said, I've been working with him, just on some footwork and what have you. And certainly we're seeing that in a kid who just a huge upside. And Rainier Beach, both these teams are so athletic, Tony. So I'm excited for some of the breaks and some of the jams we're going to see, some of the slam dunk. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I think the energy in here with the small crowd that we have, it's going to feel like it's a full house.
And we've got a couple legacies here. Namir Robinson, who's a key player for Rainier Beach, and his dad Nate is here, and then also Jalen Stewart.
And Loderick Stewart's dad. So Loderick Stewart's son, rather, I should say. People will remember Loderick and Roderick at Rainier Beach back in the day. And, there was talk that those two, the twins, they went to USC to play for Henry Bibby, but talk that they may go straight to the pros. And that's the kind of attention. They were there with Nate Robinson, and they had just an incredible team back then.
So we got a couple minutes left. Rick and I are going to take our place in the stands. Again, the game's going to be coming up for you here in about 2 minutes. So I guess that's it.
Yeah, keep it right here.
I guess we'll say what's up to the guys in the striped shirts.
Yeah. They're walking away. They won't be on camera. All right.
And we'll be bringing you the game here in a couple minutes.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
And again, we are live here at Garfield High School. You hear the buzzer. They're about to ready to give the starting lineups. And real quickly, I'll tell you who they are. Rainier Beach will be first. And they are starting Jalen Green, Miles Damon, Noor Bowl, Namir Robinson, and Josh Connerly.
Introducing the starters from the visitors.
And I think you can hear the legendary Lamar Hurd on the PA.
At guard, he is a 10th grader, sophomore, 5'9", number 40, Namir Robinson.
And that is sophomore, 5'9", sophomore Namir Robinson.
6'5", number 3,
Jalen Green, 6'5", junior.
forward, point guard, 6'1", number 20, Miles Davis.
6'1", sophomore Miles Damon at the other guard with Namir Robinson.
Junior, 6'6", number 41, Connerly.
Josh Connerly, big 6'6", Josh
Big
Connerly,
man.
Tony, yeah. And a guy who, one of the top junior recruits in football. And then our guy we were talking about just a moment ago, Noor Bowl, starting at the other forward position for Rainier Beach.
And now, for the home team, Garfield Bulldogs. He is a
So for Brandon Roy, his starting yarn.
number 11, Marshawn Bennett.
Senior Marjon Bennett wearing number 11.
As sophomore, guard forward position, number 24, Lonnie Howell.
Monty Howe, 6'3", sophomore.
Another sophomore at forward position, called Chase Stewart. Number 23, Jalen Stewart.
Jalen Stewart, 6'6", sophomore. Again, mention him, son of Roderick Stewart.
He is a junior. Number 1, Raphael Poppy Justice.
Raphael Poppy Justice, starting guard, 6'1", junior. And then rounding out the starting lineup for the Bulldogs, guy who we mentioned, number 3, Corin Johnson and Tony. Corin Johnson, we saw him last year as a sophomore guy who, when he heats up, watch out. He can hit it from anywhere on
Explosive.
the floor. Yeah.
Explosive. And the guy that, as they say, gets hot.
Yeah. I love doing it in Spanish, en fuego. And when he's in fuego, watch out. So, again, we didn't see him last week in the loss against the Eastside Catholic, and I think he will make a big difference. And a guy, Tony, we were talking about in the pregame, a guy who not afraid to take the big shot. And, Garfield's a young team. Team, and so he will provide, even though he's only a junior, will provide some of that leadership and that lack of fear. I mean, he said, hey, I'll take the shot, and so that's going to benefit them tonight.
And we've talked about this earlier as well with the abbreviated practice sessions. By the time we get to week 4, all these teams are going to look a little bit different.
Yeah, they're going to look better. You're right.
So this is exciting here, and we're about ready for tip-off.
So no tip-off, but Rainier Beach will take it out. Yeah,
the start of the game.
Right. One of the things they took away with the pandemic.
Miles Damon looking to bring the ball in, does get the ball into Robinson. Robinson initially goes to the hoop, kicks it back out. And there's that man, Bull. Bull puts up a three-pointer that does actually, that is Bull. Three-pointer doesn't go.
And a good shot, Tony. Open, just hit the back iron. He came off, but not a shot that I would be upset that he took.
And so Rainier Beach, as they will do, aggressive coming out with the full court pressure, man-to-man. Poppy Justin with the ball, guarded by Robinson. Justin in the front court. And Robinson slaps at the ball. A deep three. Oh, net for Corin Johnson. Is that who we were just talking about?
Corin Johnson from deep. Tell you what, Tony, that was NBA three-point range. He can hit it from out there.
And so quickly down the other way. Robinson with the ball trapped in the corner. And we're going to get we have a call.
Yeah, it's at 5 seconds. So he was dribbling in the same spot. And so and Mike Bethea not happy with the call. And Rod Marr, who a lot of you know is a photographer of the Seattle Times, one of the top referees in making that call.
And again, quickly in the front court for Garfield up 3-0 is Justin. Ball to Bradley Howe. Ball is knocked away. Bradley Howe with the ball back, drives on the left side, kicks it out. And again, a jumper goes up, falls down, doesn't go for Corin Johnson. Garfield retains possession. Johnson with the ball again. This time again, looking for the shot. Oh, boy, this could be something big going on here for Corin Johnson as he buries the three-pointer and looking for his shot. Beach with the ball now. Jalen Green out on top over the Bowl. 6-0 Garfield. Bowl from the free throw line. Pulls up and Noor Bowl buries a jumper from the free throw line. And that young man is gaining confidence by the minute. 6-2.
Yeah. You're right, Tony. He is gaining confidence by the minute. That is accurate.
Bradley Howe drives on the left side, puts a shot up with the left hand, doesn't go, battles inside for the rebound. The big guy, Connerly, corrals the rebound for Beach. It's Robinson in the front court. Beach down 6-2, 6:15 here to go. Robinson from deep for three. Robinson buries a three. 6-5 now. Garfield back the other way. Justin sets up the offense. Ball is stolen away by Robinson. Robinson all the way, and he's going to get an uncontested layup. Bradley Howell said, I'm not going to mess with that. You go ahead. And Beach is suddenly up by 1 after being down 6-0. 7 unanswered points for Beach. Jumper from the corner doesn't go. Bradley Howell with the rebound. Justin takes a three ball. Justin buries a three ball from the corner. Rick, give me some popcorn.
I tell you what, these guys are shooting the lights out to start the game.
Robinson with the ball across the half court line, defended by Justin. Robinson between the legs. Damon. Connerly with the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Defended by Hal. Damon with the ball now. Into the corner to Robinson. Three-pointer goes in and out. Stewart with the rebound. Johnson lays the pass off to Bradley Howell. The trailer for the layup.
It's a great use of his body by Corin Johnson there, and then make the pass for the easy lay-in.
Robinson with the ball. Drops it off to Jalen Green, but they're going to call him for traveling.
Yeah. Got to put the ball on the floor, man, moving too quickly. I tell you what, Tony, I think everything that we talked about, I mean, this fast pace, these guys are getting up and down the floor.
11-7 Bulldogs, 4:45 here to go in the first quarter. Poppy Justin across the half-court line, and I think, do we have a technical call? No? What? Well, for some reason, the ref stopped the game, and Coach Bethia.
Yeah, and now they tee him up.
Now they do tee him up.
Yeah. Rod Marr not going to have it. Mike Bethia was in his grill, not happy with something, and Rod Marr was trying to ignore it, but finally teed him up.
And so we're going to get a tee on Coach Bethia again. Wearing the Parliament Funkadelic face mask. So maybe he didn't hear him, but he could see what he was saying.
He was funking it out with George Clinton.
Johnson to the free throw line, and if I'm not mistaken, that's already 7 points for Johnson. Garfield up by 5. Johnson's next shot, that one is good as well.
Tony, we talked about the junior. He could be a difference maker. We expected that, and he certainly has. He has 8 of the Bulldogs' 13 points so far.
And so Garfield gets the 2 free throws on the tee and the ball. And a 13-7 lead. Justin, Bradley Howell. Bradley Howell back to Justin, back to Howell. Howell puts up a 3. Howell! Bradley Howell with the 3 ball. And Garfield earlier says, come on out here and get some of this, or we're going to give it to you. 16-7. Another call down low, Rick. I don't know if you saw what was going on down there, but Beach will keep the ball on their own baseline.
Yeah, they called a foul there on Poppy Justin, his first foul.
So Robinson will bring the ball in. Looking for Bull, doesn't get it. Look for somebody to break under the hoop. Finally, they get the ball out to Connerly. Back to Robinson. Corin on defense. Robinson drives. Kicks the pass out to Bull. Bull's three-pointer doesn't go. Bounces off the top of the rim and then does go off the top of the backboard. 16-10.
Hit the edge of it, but didn't go all the way. A long three by Corin Johnson there.
Bull with the rebound. He's looking like he wants to take this himself. Drives all the way to the hoop. Puts the ball up and in. And there's our guy, Noor Bull. Maybe when we show up for games, he shows out. He's going to go to the
Yeah.
free throw line for an and one.
Yep. So he's got 7 points. This will be his 8th. And yeah, he is attacking the basket, but not afraid, Tony, to take that jumper as well. And that's important. He can knock it down. And also checking in for the Vikings is senior Winston Cole.
And so we're going to get a timeout for Rainier Beach. 4 minutes to go, 16-12. The Bulldogs are in front. And Mr. Bellis, got anything for us as we get started here?
O'Day has been playing a very close game as they tipped off at 6:30 against West Seattle. West Seattle is led, and O'Day has, in the final minutes of the game, opened up their biggest lead to 10, but then West Seattle closed it up again by 2. With 1 minute left in the game, O'Day leads by about 5, 51-46 right there. O'Day clinging on to possible win, going to 4-0 on the season against West Seattle. Bishop Blanchette and Roosevelt are in the first quarter. They lead by 12 over Roosevelt, 12-10. And just finished up Ballard and Lakeside. Ballard winning handily 53-35.
And again, a big shout out to Public Health Seattle and King County, powering Metro League Girls and Boys High School basketball broadcast. Vaccinations just got easier. For more information, check them out at kingcounty.gov/COVID/registration. Newer Bowl at the line for to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Shot is up, and the shot is good, and it looked a lot smoother on that free throw. We were talking about the last time he played.
Yeah, that was the area he had improved.
16-13 now. Garfield in front. Ball is slapped away. Beach has it. Ball pulls up again. Shot doesn't go. Little 5-footer was down and then came back out. Stewart with the ball. Quickly in the front court. Stewart for a deep three. Stewart buries an NBA range.
Stewart.
Jalen Stewart for 3.
Shooting it like his daddy.
19-13 now. Garfield on top. Winston Cole in the game. Drives to the hoop. Layup goes up. Almost blocked by Stewart, but got it up off the glass and put it in to make it 19-15.
Strong move there, Tony, by Winston Cole.
And so we've got a call on the floor.
Yeah, before the drive. Jazale Jackson checking in for the Bulldogs. 6'1" junior.
So I think Robbins is going to be called for that foul.
Yep, his first personal. Second team foul.
So Johnson will bring the ball in, gets it to Justin. Back to Johnson. Doesn't take the screen, fires up another 3 ball. That one doesn't go. Bowl with the rebound. Almost stepped on the baseline, tippy-toed along it. Looks to bring the ball up himself. Winston Cole with the ball now. Back to Robinson. Robinson defended tightly by Justin, who's a really good defensive player. Robinson picks up the dribble. They get the ball down low. Fall away. Doesn't go. Bowl tries to get the rebound. Does get the rebound. Back to Damon. Damon's shot didn't go, but Bowl got the rebound, and Damon and Cole were in there. And I think that there was a little action between Bowl and one of the Garfield players, and the refs are going to say, I don't think we're going to be having this.
Yeah, they're going to keep it, try to keep it calm. I believe that was Sherelle McCollum and Bowl going out a little bit.
So Beach will inbound the ball down low. Winston Cole underneath the hoop receives the pass from Robinson and converts the layup to pull Beach within 2 with 2:28 to go. Corin Johnson down the other way. Wheels, deals, spins, loses the ball. Nice little flip pass. The ball gets it back. Rainier Beach has it, and the shot is blocked. Nice effort there.
Well, Miles Damon with the block.
Giselle Jackson puts up the shot, and nothing free underneath, and Miles Damon contested the shot. He'll go through the free throw line, but nothing free.
Yeah, and Damon with the pass, a nifty pass, but just was kind of an errant pass, and it was stolen by Jalen Stewart. And Damon trying to make up for it and committed the foul.
Giselle Jackson misses the first free throw. So Bulldogs still up by 2, 19-17 with 2:17 here to go. Giselle Jackson's next shot. That one bounces out as well. Winston Cole with the rebound. Cole gets it up quickly. And Damon gets it back. And Cole tries to slam it, or Damon tries to slam it. self-checks off the front of the rim.
Yeah, Jalen Green
And
got caught
Stewart
on
with
the front
another deep three that doesn't go. Action's up and down, Mr. Dupree.
Yeah, it is. We said these guys are going to get it. They're going to go.
Stewart drives on the right side, tries to wheel and deal against Bowl. Bowl with tight defense. Ball is slapped away. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Giselle Jackson drives, puts a shot up, a little layup over the lip off the baseline on the left side. Give Garfield a 21-17 advantage. 137 here. Robinson in the front court. Between the legs, shakes. And look like does lose the ball. And I think that we're going to have a foul on Robinson as Corin Johnson was streaking down to the other end of the court hoping to get a pass.
You know, and Namir Robinson was on the floor, Tony, and the Garfield player tripped on him. You know, I kind of question that call. That's part of what happened. Did they call a foul on that? They did.
So ball is inbounded. Sherelle McCullum into the game. Haven't seen him. A deep three ball from Marjon Bennett. Garfield up by 7 now. Damon with the ball. On top. Dribbles around the perimeter. Into the game now, Jerry Petty. And I think that we're going to get a foul called again. Poppy Justin in his chest.
I tell you what, Tony, so far the difference in this game, what we saw from Garfield last week to this week, they're hitting that outside shot. And right now, according to my numbers, they've got 5 threes that they've hit so far in this first quarter.
And you remember, Rick, and we talked about that the last game. Eastside Catholic packed it in, and they if you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it, but you're gonna have to take it.
Yeah. And check that, Tony. That's 6 threes so far that Garfield has.
And Corin Johnson with the left hand move goes up for the layup and had a nice little piece of air underneath him as he
did.
Drifted in for the shot that didn't go, but foul was called. So Corin Johnson's going to go and an opportunity to pad that Garfield lead with 49 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Winston Cole picked up his first personal foul.
Shot bounces out, bounces around, and says, "Oh wait, this guy can shoot."
That's
and
right.
changes its
touch.
mind
Talk to me, baby.
and drops in the bucket. 25-17. Johnson breathes in. Next shot. That one bounces around and doesn't go. Bowl battles for the rebound. Ball is knocked away by Marjon Bennett, but Beach will retain possession. Damon gets the ball in the back court to Winston Cole. Cole in the front court. 39 seconds on the clock. That's the game clock. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Cole drives into the hoop, kicks it back out to Damon for a three that overshoots everything. Garfield on the run. Bradley Howell drives, puts a shot up with the right hand from the left side that doesn't go. Quickly, Damon back the other way to Ball, and Ball thinks about jamming a three, doesn't, brings it back, misses the layup, but he's going to be fouled.
I tell you what, Ball was ready to go up,
Yes,
Tony,
he
and do something
was.
special there. So he was fouled on the play. The foul called on Sherelle McCollum, his first foul. That's the 14th foul on the Bulldogs.
19 seconds left. Garfield up by 8. Bowl shot bounces around and rolls off harmlessly over the front lip. Still an 8-point lead with 19 seconds left here.
And Tony, Mario Clark just checked in for the Vikings, his first action of the game.
Bull's next shot. That one bounces away as well. Rebounded by McCullum. Bradley Howell with the ball. So they'll take the last shot. 12, 10, 11, 10 seconds left. Corin Johnson with the ball. Yep, that's the guy you want with the ball if you're Garfield. Pass finds Bradley Howell down low. Loses the ball. Ball has it. Ball is stripped away from Ball, and that'll do it as time runs out here on the first quarter. The Garfield Bulldogs 25, the Rainier Beach Vikings 17 in your first quarter action of the Hood Classic.
Yes, indeed. Everything was built up to be, Tony. And we talked about not having a full house here, but you can feel the energy and for the crowd that we do have here, it's an exciting venue to be at right now.
Again, thanks to Providence Elder Place Pace, proud sponsor of Rainier Beach Boys and Girls Basketball, specifically Rainier Beach Boys and Girls Basketball. And they're committed to partnering with residents to create an individual lifestyle. So schedule a visit with them today. If you're 55 or over and need nursing home level care, but you want to stay where you are, give them a call at 206-320-5325 or visit providence.org/Elder Place.
All right, Tony, a new 8 on the clock. 8 minutes to go. Second quarter about to start. Bulldogs leading Rainier Beach by a score of 25-17. Interesting, Tony, before the game started, you and I talking off air, and we both were saying, we think that Rainier Beach maybe has the advantage, but we don't want to discount the fact and the difference that Corin Johnson can make in that first quarter. Corin Johnson hit a couple of threes and some free throws as well, and so finished with 9 points for the Bulldogs in that first quarter.
And my hip-hop history is failing me now, but I'm going to pass the mic to Mr. Dupree.
All right. Giselle Jackson with the ball for the Bulldogs, guarded by Jared Petty. And, Petty strips him. Great play by Jared Petty, and takes it in and lays it in. Jared Petty.
5'7", Jared Petty.
5'7", and maybe 150 pounds soaking wet, if that. On the other end, Giselle takes it in, and I believe they're going to call offensive foul. Yep. So Giselle Jackson trying to create something, driving hard to the basket, but.
And if you knock Josh Carnley down, you've accomplished something.
Yeah, because that's a big young man. They say about 6'6", 275. So the Vikings with the ball in. Again, Mario Clark taking the ball out. Garfield will put in some full court pressure, and then they'll drop it off into the full court man-to-man. Winston Cole across the timeline, looking on the top. Got Petty on the corner. Petty with the jumper. Off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Bull hustling. And they're going to say it was off of Garfield, so Rainier Beach will retain possession. Bulldogs leading 25-19 here at the start of the second quarter. Rainier Beach taking the ball out. Mario Clark again into Cole. Winston Cole now barking out some orders. Dribbles to his left. Hands it off to Jerry Petty. And there he is, big Josh Connolly. And the Petty cutting through the paint. And Petty roughed up there and knocked down, and the ball is stolen by Corin Johnson. And the lay-in.
Blocked by Bo.
Bo with the block on the lay-in attempt by Giselle Johnson.
And Petty.
Jackson, rather. And then Petty on the other end with the three.
Oh, boy.
We're off and running again. Giselle Jackson, I said Johnson, forgive me. So Petty's three-pointer pulls the Vikings to within 3, 25-22. Garfield with the ball. Down low to Sherelle McCollum. McCollum out to Marjon Bennett. Won't go, but there for the follow is McCollum won't go, and Rainier Beach with the ball, and they're off and running. Winston Cole with the ball. Step back jumper. It's good. Winston Cole.
That's fire right there.
And that pulls the Vikings to within 1, 25-24. Vikings starting out hot here in the second quarter. Bulldogs on the other end. Corin Johnson shaking and baking, spins. Looking for the jumper. Loses it. Nowhere to go. And Winston Cole with it. Guarded by Jalen Stewart. Over to Newer Bull. And Jalen Stewart, great hands, knocks the ball out. But they're going to say it's out on him. And so the Vikings will retain possession. 6:04 left to play here in the second quarter. Garfield leading 25-24. We're going to have a timeout on the floor here. Again, with the Bulldogs leading by a point. Let's throw it over to Daniel Bellis and see what else is going on around the city.
Down goes O'Day.
Oh.
In the final seconds against West Seattle, West Seattle drains a 3 to win 52-51.
Wow.
O'Day now sits 4-1 on the season. 3-1 on the season. West Seattle picks up their first victory. They're now 1-3 on the season. West Seattle defeats O'Day. And in the third quarter, Bishop Blanchette is up by Roosevelt by 1 point, 27-26. Also, if you're into baseball, a game that was scheduled earlier this week but was postponed due to some rain has concluded with Bishop Blanchette winning handily over Lincoln 8-1 right there. And there will be broadcasts of baseball right here on Rainier Avenue Radio starting Monday with Rainier Beach and Franklin at 3:30.
Thank you, Daniel. Back here, action at a stop. We're about to get back in action. 6:04 left to go here in the first half. Bulldogs with a 1-point lead, 25-24.
Yet to score in this quarter. 7 unanswered points from Beach.
And Beach taking it out. Winston Cole again, the senior with it. Dribbling, looking for something. Hands off to Jerry Petty. Petty over to the big guy, Josh Connolly. Newer Bowl posting up, now pushed out by Marjon Bennett. Bowl with the fadeaway, won't go. Rebound to the Bulldogs. They're off and running, Tony. Jalen Stewart, a couple of steps. Stewart, acrobatic move, won't go. Marjon Bennett's there for the rebound. Stolen. Jerry Petty with it across the timeline. Petty steps back, the jumper, and it's good. Jerry Petty
boy.
with the 2-pointer right on the line.
All 5-7 of him.
Yeah, Petty's come off the bench, man, and got 7 quick points. Bulldogs with the ball. Poppy Justin looking for some room, guarded by Jerry Petty. Over to Marjon Bennett. McCollum with the jumper, won't go. Winston Cole there for the rebound. And the Vikings with their first lead, 26-25. Trying to extend that lead. Cole with it, guarded by Bennett. Out to Newer Bowl. Bowl looking. Jumper. And it's good. They call it a 2-pointer.
Bowl.
Tell you what, Newer Bowl, the 6'6" sophomore, playing, or 6'5", they listed him at playing like a guard, man. He can handle the balls. And will take that jumper. You got to be up on him. So Bulldogs with the ball, and I think they're going to call a foul. Let's see.
I think Petty just knocked that ball away.
Yep, knocked it out. Okay,
Knocked it
no
off.
foul. The Corn Johnson with the ball comes across half-court line, dribbling to his right, looking for something. Steps back, jumper, and it's good.
And
Corn
that's what
Johnson.
Garfield was missing against Eastside Catholic.
Yep.
When they needed a bucket, a guy who could get one.
And that bucket ties it up at 28. 4:28 left to play here in the first half. All knotted up. Rainier Beach on the other end on the baseline jumper, in and out, won't go. Winston Cole, ball goes out to him, in and out on the 3-pointer, and now the Bulldogs are off and running. On the other end, Corn Johnson looks like he's going to take it one-handed, lays it in. Corn Johnson on the break, giving the Bulldogs a 2-point lead, 30-28 here. 4:09 left to play. We got a timeout on the floor. And Tony, I think again this game, everything that it was billed to be, and these guys they're getting it up and down the floor.
Yeah, and this is just two teams trading punches, if you will. And I think this is what's going to happen all game.
Yeah.
Both of these teams are streaky, can get hot, can score points quickly. Both play aggressive defense, and both have deep benches.
They really do. Yeah.
That could be the determining factor in this game.
So if you just joined us, you're listening to Rainier Avenue Radio's live coverage of Metro League basketball. And join us usually for the next few weeks on Wednesday and Friday nights for a doubleheader. And we'll bring you some games next week. We'll tell you more about that coming up. And tonight, though, I tell you what, the Hood Classic, as we call it. And the energy, even though we don't have a huge crowd here, and with the COVID protocols and what have you, everyone is masked up. So we may sound a little muffled. That's because we're wearing masks as well. But Tony and we talked about this. I really take my hat off to the Metro League and to WIAA getting these kids out. And they've had very, very few instances of COVID positive tests. They've had some, but considering the number of games they're playing and the protocols they put in place have really protected the players. So the Vikings with the ball, Winston Cole. Guarded by Marjon Bennett. Cole across the timeline, hands it off to Jerry Petty. Petty over to Jalen Green, into Josh Connolly. Connolly now hands it off to Cole. Cole stops looking for something, now hands it off to Mario Clark. Clark back out to Cole. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Cole drives the baseline, won't go. Defended there, and blocked by Jalen Stewart, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Yeah, tell you what, great defense by the Bulldogs.
Good defense
Tony.
by Bulldogs, yeah.
So the 24 shot clock violation, or rather 30 second shot clock violation. Thinking NBA when I said 24. And the turnover, so Bulldogs will take over. They've got the lead, 30-28. 3:30 left to go here in the first half. Corn Johnson with it, dribbles to his right, looking for some room, step back, jumper, won't go. And off and running, Winston Cole with it. And the senior takes it all the way in, won't go, but they're on the rim. They're going to call Jalen Green. So Jalen Green going for the follow. And yeah, he grabbed the rim, so they're going to call technical. You can't do that. And so what he did there for the follow, Tony, and he grabbed the ball with his left hand, but as you can see, if you're watching the stream, grabbed the rim with his right hand. And so that's going to be a technical.
And I think that if you're in danger of falling, they won't call it, but he was about to do a chin-up.
Yeah. He was way above the rim. I mean, these guys are playing well above the 10-foot mark.
Yes, they are.
So, Corn Johnson, Garfield's the best shooter at the line. He'll take the 2 technical free throws, and then Garfield will have the ball out. His first one up and in.
Coach Bethea chatting amiably with referee Rodmar.
We talked about Corn Johnson and the fact that they missed him, being Garfield missed him against Eastside Catholic as his second free throw is up and in. And just for perspective, Tony, we've got 3 minutes left to play here in the first half. And he's got 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16 points. So 16 of the Bulldogs, 32 points, or half of their points. Corn Johnson, a difference maker. Bulldogs take it out. They have the lead, 32-28. Poppy Justin with the ball, hands it off to Monty Howell. And Monty Bradley Howell, they're going to call a foul. And, the foul away from the ball. Corn Johnson was fouled, but that is a 17th foul, so Corn Johnson will be at the line shooting 1-1. Dribbles, spins the ball, dribbles again. Shot is up, and it is good. Tell you what, Tony, if you have a free throw that needs to be hit, that's the guy you want at the line. Corn Johnson again spins the ball, 2 bounces, spins it again, 1 bounce.
Johnson just a smooth player.
Yeah, it really is. Nothing but net again, hits both free throws to give the Bulldogs a 6-point lead, 34-28. Winston Cole across the timeline in a hurry, looking for Newer Bull. Bull guarded tightly by Corn Johnson. Drops it off to Josh Conley, but there's Jalen Stewart with the block on the other end. And great pass from Corn Johnson over to Poppy Justin. Justin could not make it, Tony. It was kind of an alley-oop, and he tried to lay it in and was not able to. And then on the loose ball, foul was called on Marjon Bennett. So go back over to Rainier Beach. 2:51 left to go here in the first half, with the Bulldogs leading 34-28. Again, the senior Winston Cole taking control, bringing the ball across half court. Tight defense there and knocked away, but it comes back to Cole, and I think they're going to call a foul on Marjon Bennett. Yep. So again, now the Bulldogs, they're 17 fouls, so Winston Cole will go to the line for 1-1.
What I'm enjoying, Rick, is both of these teams are getting up and down, but they're still playing like every possession is a critical and important possession.
Yeah, they really are, and under control. I mean, it's a well-played game so far. Winston Cole, the lefty, the first free throw up and in, so he'll get the second one hitting that first shot on the front end of the 1-1. Pulls the Vikings to within 5, 34-29. Second shot is up and in. So Winston Cole hitting the 2 free throws makes it a 4-point ball game, 34-30. 2:30 left to go here in the first half. We're live at Garfield High School. Corn Johnson double, loses the ball, and it's going to stay here. It was hit out of bounds by Winston Cole. And Corn Johnson pleading his case to the referee, saying, come on, man, I was pushed. But they said, no foul. So the Bulldogs will have it with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound into Poppy Justin. Justin guarded by Namir Robinson. Over to Corn Johnson, open for the three-pointer. No good. But there's Monty Bradley Howell. And then the three-pointer by Poppy Justin won't go. But there for the rebound is Marjon Bennett. Jalen Stewart, the jumper, and count it, Jalen Stewart.
You know, that's what every time a team allows a team to get a couple of offensive rebounds, it usually ends up in points.
And it certainly was the case that time. Bulldogs pulled out to a 36-30 lead, 1:50 left to play here in the first half. Namir Robinson Dribbling on the top now, backing out around half court. Now steps up. Drops it into Jalen Green. Jalen Green over to Josh Connolly. They're going to say it was a kick ball by the Bulldogs. So ball will remain with the Vikings. 9 seconds on the shot clock, but it's a reset to a 30, so they got a new 30. Brandon Roy comes out and has words for one of the officials, then goes back and sits down. You just joined us. I'm Rick Dupree along with Tony B, bringing live coverage here at Garfield High School. Josh Connolly into Jalen Green. Green with the shot won't go. And then on the other end, or rather right there at there, I should say, Marjon Bennett can't handle it and kind of knocks it in. So that will probably go, Tony, to, I'm not sure who they'll give the bucket to.
I think they'll give it to Namir Robinson, who's in there scrapping.
Bulldogs with all. Jalen Stewart between the legs, come back, looks at Namir Robinson there with the steal, and Stewart not happy. And Robinson takes it all the way to the basket for the lay-in. And, yeah, I think Jalen Stewart, he's holding his hand. There's something happened. I'm not sure what. And he's going to be replaced. He's going and now going over to the trainer.
Timeout. Garfield.
So, yeah, it looks like he jammed maybe a finger or hand there, Tony, on that steal. But Namir Robinson, nonetheless, gets the steal and takes it in for the bucket to pull the Vikings to within 2 points, 36-34. Minute 10 left to play here in the first half.
Already, once again, a game of runs.
Yep. And we knew that, and we figured it would go back and forth. And I tell you what, these guys are getting the ball up and down the court in a hurry.
I want to remind everyone listening that on Mother's Day, Rainier Avenue Radio will be giving out free brunch to mothers.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely free.
And Tony, what will they be serving?
Steak, chicken, I think string beans, potato salad, pound cake.
Okay, so we're talking a real meal. We're not talking brunch or breakfast.
Yeah. And absolutely free for mothers. Now, dads and kids have to pay $10, which isn't too bad.
That's a good deal, man.
But if you're looking for something to do on Mother's Day, 810 23rd Avenue is where this will be taking place. Partnership, Rainier Avenue Radio and God Is. And so Chef Ty will be preparing the food for you. Come get you some food for Mother's Day.
Hey, that sounds like a plan. Brought to you by Rainier Avenue Radio .world. Bulldogs with it. Monty Bradley Howe brings it across the half-court line. Dishes it off now on the corner. Marjon Bennett now brings it out to the top. Bennett between the legs, guarded by Noor Bowl. Looking for some room, dribbles to his right, takes it all the way. And Noor Bowl from behind blocks it, then gets the ball. And Bowl on the run the other way. Bowl out to Winston Cole. Winston Cole with the jumper, bounces up and in. Winston Cole gets that shooter's touch. And that's a three-pointer, giving the Vikings a lead 37-36 with 38 seconds left to play here in the first half. Poppy Justin. And big Josh Connolly. Steal, but wait a minute. Whistle blows. And let's see what the call is. Tony, I'm not sure what the call is. Josh Connolly, great anticipation, knocked the ball loose. Okay, so they're going to say there's no foul. Okay, so the referees, they're calling, so they're coming together, two of them. And let's see what the call is. Yeah, I'm not sure, Tony. I didn't see anything. So it looks like Rainier Beach will retain possession.
Good. I'm happy about that. I'm glad they didn't call Josh Connolly for being big.
Yeah, really. And Brandon Roy coming over trying to get an explanation. So I'm not sure that the referees don't indicate anything. There's no foul call, but Rainier Beach will have it, the inbounds play. And the ball is stolen. And not a good pass by Winston Cole. And on the other end, the tip in won't go. Fight for the rebound. And the Bulldogs will retain it with 21 seconds left to go in the half, trailing 37-36. So, Tony, a really lazy pass was stolen by Marjon Bennett. Corn Johnson, forgive me. I said Corn Robinson. Corn Johnson.
I know why you said that.
Yeah. And Corn Johnson, the two-pointer, to give the Bulldogs a point lead, 38-37. On the other end, Noor Bowl won't go. Rebound, Josh Connolly. No one is going to challenge that big man as he cleared out some space. Grabbed the rebound, ball was hit out of bounds. But the Vikings will keep the ball right there underneath the hoop. So with 5.3 left to play, Bulldogs leading 38-37. Jalen Stewart checks back in. And Namir Robinson taking it out. Gets it out to Jerry Petty. Petty Dribbles and is stolen.
Get a shot
Johnson at the buzzer won't go. So, Tony, at the end of 2 quarters, Garfield keeps a 1-point lead, led 25-17 after 1. And Rainier Beach with a strong run in that second quarter pulls it with a point. Garfield leading at 38-37 here at the half. And I tell you what, let's throw it over for our halftime show here. Daniel Bellis, he'll get you up to date on what's going on around the city. And Tony and I will be back for the second half in about 10 minutes.
Thank you, Rick. This halftime report brought to you by Providence Elder Place Pace, a proud sponsor of Rainier Beach boys and girls basketball broadcast, committed to partnering with residents to create an individual lifestyle. Schedule a visit today to learn more, especially if you or a family member are 55 or over and need nursing home level care but want to keep living where you are. You can check out Providence Elder Place Pace for that. They offer health care, housing, transportation, and recreational activities. There are no co-pays or deductibles, and it's covered through Medicare and Medicaid. Providence Elder Place Pace works to keep you healthy and in your home. Call 206-320-5325. Right there, 206-320-5325, or visit providence.org/elderplace. Providence.org/elderplace. We're here at the half, of course, boys basketball. Rainier Beach, Garfield, back and forth contest for you. Garfield leads by 1 at the half, 38-37, in a game that Beach has made some runs and has taken the lead a couple of times. The girls' game earlier today was a totally different story. Yes, Garfield was leading that one, but they were leading by a lot. Talk about 70-9 on that one right there. A total blowout. The entire second quarter was during the mercy rule, and Garfield winning that one 70-9. And we did the statistics, and the Rainier Beach girls have not beat the Garfield girls since 2017. So that's a stat that will continue as Garfield gets another win against Beach. And it's been 5 years since the Rainier Beach girls have beat Garfield. And that will continue right here. In boys basketball earlier, just a few minutes ago, O'Day getting handed their first loss of the season after a close contest with West Seattle that they, in the final minutes, they opened up a 10-point lead over West Seattle. But West Seattle closed it up, and in the final seconds, West Seattle drained a 3 to win 52-51. At the half right now, Eastside Catholic leads Franklin 60-25, and Ballard is handily won over Lakeside in an earlier game, 53-35 for the boys. Ingram and Seattle Prep was supposed to tip off at 7:30. We haven't heard anything from them. Cleveland and Chief Self, we're still hearing from them. And Nathan Hale and Lincoln as well. So we are right here at the half on Rainier Avenue Radio. We are celebrating our 4th anniversary of 4 years broadcasting on the air. With that, we'd like to share a special video for you.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Celebrating 4 years of broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in the interest of South Seattle and surrounding communities. Hey, it's Tony B, and yes, I'm excited to share with you that April 1st is our birthday. This one is our 4th of amplifying the diverse voices in our communities, broadcasting community events, providing award-winning instructional classes to youth and adults, supporting our music communities in all genres and forms, hosting critical conversations, and making sure that we are who you are. 2020 provided us with the opportunities to meet the needs of our communities. Rainier Avenue Radio is proud to have provided our communities with the most comprehensive coverage of how the coronavirus did and continues to impact our communities. And so, for our birthday, on behalf of our amazing staff, volunteers, and show hosts, to all of our contributors, Supporters, listeners, and viewers, thank you. Thank you for your support and patience while we were trying to figure out this internet and broadcasting media thing 4 years ago. Thank you to our youth students who took our courses in interdisciplinaries like communication, journalism, multimedia, math and coding, adult digital literacy, social media analytics, beat making, film, photography, and of course, broadcast. Thank you for staying with us even when we made mistakes. You know that when we provide opportunities for you to share your voice, thoughts, issues, concerns, and talents, then we look at that as growing together. As the African proverb says, that is how we will go far. We have grown, and you've grown with us. We have over 80 shows hosted or produced by members of our communities. And all of this during a pandemic. But that is one reason why we do exist. As a true grassroots organization that started out broadcasting out of a study room in the Columbia City Library, we formed alliances with groups like the HCAACD, worked with city government, private developers, and a variety of arts organizations to promote sustainable art space, land acquisition, and ownership for arts organizations. I'm sure many were shocked when we leased 3 properties in the heart of Columbia City, providing our community members with business opportunities for a hair salon, barbershop, recording studio, rental hall, youth concert and celebration space, artist residency, and an art gallery, among the other multiple uses. We are continuing that growth as we move towards ownership of property in the Central District and in land acquisition in South Seattle's Columbia City to preserve the historical and cultural artistic integrity of our communities and ensure that independent voices continue to be heard. So for those of you who have found out about us recently, we thank you on our birthday for allowing us to broadcast our community-created content however and wherever you listen and watch. If you'd like to make a birthday donation to Rainier Avenue Radio, it would be much appreciated. Yes, times are tough, so any amount would be greatly appreciated. You will see the results. Here's how you can donate. You can go to our website at rainieravenueradio.world and go to the donate page. You can Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio. You can send a check to Rainier Avenue Radio, P.O. Box 18774, Seattle, Washington, 98118. You can donate to Shunpike, which is our fiscal agent. Just indicate that your contribution is for Rainier Avenue Radio. Shunpike is the 501c3 nonprofit agency that provides independent art groups like ours in Washington State services, resources, and opportunities. Once again, happy birthday to us at Rainier Avenue Radio .world. We are your community radio station. We will continue to provide you with community-created content, broadcast live from our communities, and of course, we'll bring you high school sports like nobody else can. Join us in celebration. Rainier Avenue Radio .world.
Hey, 4 years on the air. You are live with Rainier Avenue Radio. Actually, our anniversary month was April, but we're still celebrating. And on May 7th of 2021, you are at the half of Rainier Beach, down by 1 against Garfield in the annual Hood Classic from Garfield High School, with Garfield leading 38-37. And in boys basketball action, here in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left, Bishop Blanchette leads Roosevelt 45-41. Roosevelt actually took that into the fourth quarter with the lead by 1, but a run by Blanchette has opened up a 4-point lead there. Ballard in an earlier game against Lakeside for the boys won handily 53-35. And Eastside Catholics currently at the half with Franklin up 60-25. We're still waiting to hear from Ingram at Seattle Prep, Cleveland at Chief Self, and Nathan Hale at Lincoln. Yesterday, Nathan Hale did defeat Cleveland, though, 65-48. And that in the boys' standings gives Eastside Catholic, Rainier Beach, and Ingram a tie at 3-0 on the top. O'Day's first loss of the season drops him to 3-1, tied with Nathan Hale. Roosevelt's at 2-1, tied with Garfield. Seattle Prep at 1-1. Ballard's at 2-3. Bishop Blanchette, Chief Self at 1-2. Cleveland, West Seattle 1-3. Lakeside's at 0-1. Franklin's at 0-3. And Lincoln's at 0-4. And right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, we're going to take it back to your second half of action with Tony B and Rick Dupree. And Rick Dupree, alma mater Ingram at 3-0 on the season.
Yeah, buddy, gotta love that.
Ingram, they were a good team last year.
Yeah, they've had a nice basketball squad the last several years.
And before we get started here, I've got a few stats for you. Corin Johnson leads the Bulldogs in scoring with 25 for Jalen Stewart, 5 for Yamani Bradley Howe. And on the Rainier Beach side, they're led by senior Winston Cole with 11, Newer Bowl with 10, Namir Robinson with 9, and the ball will be inbounded by Cole to Robinson as we start the second half.
And Tony, I think Jerry Petty came off the bench and hit a couple of threes, and he had 7 at that first half.
And the ball is stolen away, and Poppy Justin goes up for layup, and he'll be called for a foul.
And Tony, one of the things that we're seeing, and these teams, you cannot throw lazy passes, and they're kind of just throwing some passes not with intent. And if you don't know where you're throwing it, it's going to be stolen.
Again, they're playing every possession.
Yeah, every possession. You're right.
So Justin will go to the line, and again, it's that eerie silence here.
Yeah.
Buries the first shot. And that's going to tie the game, or excuse me, that'll give the Bulldogs a 2-point lead, 39-37. Justin's next shot rolls out. Namir Robinson with the rebound for Beach. Headed into the front court, veers left, veers back right, and backs it out. Says, okay, let's set up a little offense here. Directing his team, Connolly comes out to set the screen. Robinson drives in the lane, puts up a little floater that doesn't go, hits the backboard, but nothing else. Justin with the left-hand shot doesn't go, laid up and in by Corin Johnson. It's going to give him 22. Garfield now up by 4. Shot by Cole doesn't go. Bowl tries to get the rebound. Stewart grabs it away. Bowl hits it back and knocks it out of bounds. And so, again, what you're just talking about, every pass is contested, Rick.
Yeah, it really is. You cannot throw a lazy pass because it's going to be stolen.
Ball comes into Johnson, defended by Cole. Crosses the half-court line. With Bradley Howe. Stewart wheel, spins left, falls away from the left elbow and drops a rainbow jumper from the left angle. Garfield up by 6 now. Justin, good defense. Ball is tapped away by Corin Johnson. Fires up a 3, doesn't go. And Bo, who lost the ball, gets the rebound back. He almost loses it again, does lose it again. Stewart with the ball. Stewart all the way to the hoop. Ball is tapped away from him by Robinson. So quick hands.
He was going to put it down, Tony. Namir Robinson, great quick hands to knock it away. And Jalen Stewart's pleading his case to the referee, Rod Marr. But they're saying the ball was hit out and no foul.
Looking to get the ball in. Finally does get the ball into Stewart. The shot goes off the rim. Doesn't fall. Miles Damon into the game. Ball to Cole. Back out on top. Bowl with the ball now. Bowl spins right. Again, the double team was coming. Bowl got rid of the ball to Cole. Cole pulls up with the lefty shot from the elbow. Doesn't go. We're going to get a foul call, and I believe that's going to be on Jalen Stewart.
Jalen Green for Rainier Beach are going to call him with a push.
Oh, on Jalen Green.
Yep. That's his 3rd personal foul, Tony, as well.
Stewart inbounds the ball to Justin. Spins by Damon out near the half-court line. And again, we're going to get another foul called. And that's going to be on Winston Cole.
Tony, that's a big foul, too. That's his 3rd personal foul with 5:54 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. So Mike Wathia, who is going to have to make a decision there, his leading scorer in the first half, make a decision on does he feel like he can keep him in there and not get that 4th foul.
Ball comes into Justin. Screen set by Bennett. Corey Johnson from the corner for the deep three. Skims over the rim, doesn't go. Ball grabbed and put back up and in by Bradley Howell. And Garfield now pulling away to an 8-point lead. Beach yet to score
in the second half,
in this third quarter.
And they call a timeout. And Tony, you talked about when you get those offensive rebounds, usually good things happen. And Bradley Howell there for that offensive rebound and the putback to put the Bulldogs up by 8.
And so again, Garfield comes out aggressively. We know Rainier Beach likes to do that.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, a couple lazy passes, and every possession does count. They were taking advantage of, and before you know it, you're down. Let me get my math right. 8.
Yeah, down 8. There's a 1-point ball game they have. Garfield led 38-37, and they have outscored. They have outscored Rainier Beach here in the second half, 7-0, to take a 45-37 lead. And Tony, I mean, and you also have mentioned this. You talked about a game of spurts, and so Garfield having this spurt here. Let's see where they can take it, and if Rainier Beach can cut off, Michael Bethia calling that timeout to try to slow Garfield down.
Public Health, Seattle and King County powers Metro League girls and boys high school basketball broadcast. Getting vaccinated just got easier. For more information, go to kingcounty.gov/COVID/registration. And I like the little commentary of your best shot as we have a basketball game.
Yeah.
Winston Cole with the ball. Beach yet to score in the quarter. Cole takes it himself, takes it upon himself, puts it in.
Wrong move by Winston Cole.
Drive move. Justin open for 3. Ball attempts to block the shot. Maybe disrupted him a little bit. Cole with the ball again, comes streaking down. Again takes it himself, knocked away. Garfield 2-on-1. And Corey Johnson loses the ball as he goes up for the shot. Cole gets it. Ball now has it. And Ball drives to the hoop, gets the bucket.
And one.
Off the glass, and will go to the line. Noor Bowl.
Strong move by Noor Bowl, kind of a big jump step, and then brought it down and powered through the foul there. And on the other end, Tony Corin Johnson, good defensive play, and then he was coming down to try to make the jam and lost the control of the ball.
Slipped right over his hands straight up into the air. Noor Bowl with the free throw. This one bounces, doesn't go.
And that's still an area we talked about, Tony. He's got to improve. He's 1 of 4 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he's going to get to the line.
Yeah.
45-41. Justin pulls up for 3. Buries the 3 ball, says, I got fouled too. Didn't you see that? He skids back on the floor. 48-41 now. That lead back up to 7. Cole with the ball. Cole drives on the right side. Swiped at the shot with Stewart, but he didn't get it, and Cole lays it in over the lip.
Yeah, another strong move by Cole. But what you're seeing Rainier Beach right now, they're playing a lot of one-on-one, not setting the screen, not getting any plays. They're just going one-on-one, getting to the basket.
So 3 ball by Corin Johnson. As Beach couldn't decide whether they should switch off on that screen.
Tony, when you've got a shooter, that is always your priority. You've got to switch out. You have to go on top of any screen. You can't go under it, because if you go under it, you give him room to get the jumper, what he just did.
And Corin made him pay for it.
Yep.
So an 8-point lead now for for Garfield, up 51-43 over the Rainier Beach Vikings. And earlier you heard, if you didn't hear, Mr. Bellis, O'Day lost tonight. To West Seattle, a West Seattle team that hadn't won a game all season against an undefeated O'Day team.
Wow. You just never know.
Yeah.
And again, O'Day without their top player, the top recruit in the nation, Paul Banchero, and Paul going to Paulo, if I'm not mistaken, going to Duke.
Yep.
And so headed there, and again, a lot of the players, Tony, we're seeing this both on the boys and the girls side, players that either have signed, maybe not playing, or players that are playing in kind of their travel league.
So we've got some pretty darn good players here today.
Yes, indeed.
Winston Cole with the ball on the right side, drives, reverses with the left, goes up, and the ball is attempted to be put up by Jalen Green, and I didn't see who that was, but they tried to slap it out of the gym.
He was fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for 2. And I tell you what, it's starting to get heated up there a little bit. Jalen Green kind of threw a little soft elbow, and I believe that was that he threw it to Marjon Bennett. Marjon Bennett, looking at the ref like, hey, did you see that?
Jalen Green hits the first free throw to stop the latest Garfield run.
That's his first point of the ball game, Tony. Checking
Into
in for the
game
Bulldogs
now.
is number 34, Sherelle McCollum.
Sherelle McCollum, second shot by Jalen Green. That one's good as well. So that'll pull the Bulldogs, the Vikings within 6 at 51-45 into the game as Giselle Jackson, shot goes up, doesn't go. Quickly back down the other way, back and forth action. 3-ball goes up. The 3-ball is good. Winston Cole having a wonderful game himself, Rick.
Yeah, that was 18 points. That 3-pointer gives him 18 so far for the game.
Stewart with a fall away from the free throw line. And Jalen
Stewart.
I can do this all day. Bowl with the ball on top. Bowl pulls up from 3, goes off the front of the rim, battle for the rebound under low, and I think that's going to be tapped out and in favor of the Rainier Beach Vikings, down 5 with 3:14 here to go in the third quarter. 53-48 Bulldogs on top. Looking to inbound the ball down low. Nothing there. Does get it back out on top to Green. Get it back in the hands of Cole. Cole gets it to Bowl. Bowl pulls up just inside the 3-point line. Shot doesn't fall. Stewart with the rebound. Back to Justin. Ball tapped away by Connerly. Justin retreats. And they drop it down low to McCollum. He wheels and deals. Layup doesn't go. Bounces away. Ball finally grabbed by Green.
McCollum trying to use his big body to create some space. Just couldn't get the lay-in to drop.
And we're going to have an offensive foul call. Looks like it. So refs pointing the other way. I don't think that was on Damon.
No, they said it was on Jalen Green, number 3. So it looked like, I think, maybe an illegal screen.
That's going to be 4 fouls now on Jalen Green as he heads to the bench.
6'5" junior.
Cole,
they need that size in there.
Head to the bench as well with 3 fouls. 2:36 left here to go in the third quarter. Garfield on top by 5. Jalen Stewart falls down. Feels like he was tripped, but.
And Tony checking into the game for the first time for the Rainier Beach Vikings, number 13, Deshaun Royster.
So Bowl with the ball across the half-court line for Beach. 2:23 here to go. Beach down 5. Namir Robinson with the ball. Back to Bowl. Bowl drives on the right side. Tries to go up. Ball is slapped away and out of bounds by McCollum. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Namir Robinson brings the ball in on Rainier Beach's baseline. And the ball is stolen away by McCollum, but got retrieved by Beach. Bowl puts up a shot, doesn't go. Justin down the other way, throws the lob.
Boy, they were looking for Jalen Stewart there, but it was contested, no bucket.
Namir Robinson loses the ball.
Oh, Corn Robinson.
Great save by Corn Robinson. Ball on the floor, players on the floor. We're going to have a foul call.
They just called a timeout, and nobody had possession of the ball. You can't.
Did they call a timeout?
Yeah. No one had possession of the ball. The ball was still loose. Corn Johnson did a great job on the tiptoeing on the inline.
Was actually out of bounds. Came back in bounds.
Right, and they hit the ball back in. And the ball, there was a scramble for the ball, and the referee gave Rainier Beach the timeout, Tony.
Okay.
They did not have possession when that timeout was called.
So with 1:54 here to go in the third quarter, Bulldogs up by 5. They've increased their 1-point halftime lead. And again, 2 streaky teams capable of putting points up quickly. And so Beach was given the timeout. And so they will be able to inbound the ball again underneath their basket. And again, Namir Robinson was talking with his dad, Nate, at halftime. I guess you got to take a few pointers from the guy who's played some NBA ball and won a couple of dunk contests.
Yeah, exactly. He knows what he's talking about.
Get the ball into Connerly. Connerly not looking to shoot, gets it out the bowl. Guarded by Stewart. And just into the game. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds. And that was Deshaun Royster.
Yeah, he just couldn't handle the pass and then tried to retrieve it and hit the inline there.
So, Corin Johnson in the front court. This is to Stewart, and I think that's going to go into the back court, and it does, and that'll turn the ball over to Rainier Beach.
So, again, a little sloppy play there, passing it back out, and just a pass where Jalen Stewart couldn't quite get to it, and the turnover on that possession.
So Mario Clark back into the game now for Beach. Namir Robinson looks to bring the ball in, does get it in the bowl. He fires a three from the corner. Bowl buries the shot, fouled on the play. Opportunity here for the rare four-point play.
That was a great inbound pass. Namir Robinson found him on the run, and Bowl just got it and set up, man, outside the three-point on the left baseline here, Tony. Nice play by Rainier Beach coming out of that inbounds play.
Bowl. His free throw is up. The free throw is good. So, Rick, that's a big turnaround. Vikings had the ball, could have been up by 8. Instead, they don't get the shot. Bowl hits a three, is fouled. And Beach back to within 1 point of the Bulldogs. Minute 16 left to go.
Tony, we talked about those runs and spurts.
Pass is tipped away. Oh, we're going to have a breakaway here. And softly laid up by Mario Clark. And look, what do we have here? Beach is back in front, 55 seconds to go. Ball is on the floor. Players on the floor. No call yet. Still fighting for the ball. It's a fumble.
And Garfield's got possession, but Tony, right now, the hustle players are going to Rainier Beach. They're just out hustling the Bulldogs.
And that is not the way this quarter started.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But again, we expected this to be back and forth, and so is Beach gonna?
The possession arrow was going toward Garfield, so the Bulldogs will keep possession.
54 to 43, 54 to 53. Beach in front, 51 seconds to go. Here in the third quarter. Ball comes into Justin. Gets the ball to Johnson. Johnson's tackled. Nice spin move.
Yeah, it really was. Looking like Corin Robinson. No. I keep wanting to call him Corin Robinson, but Corin Johnson is showing his athletic ability there.
So this is not a private joke. We're talking about a former Seahawk player, if you're unfamiliar.
We're showing another foul called on Rainier Beach on the play.
And that's going to be on Royster.
Yeah, and Tony, that's the 16th foul on Rainier Beach. So from this point forward, Garfield, when fouled, will go to the line.
Pass in low to Bradley Howell. Tied up, and that will be that foul that you were just talking about right there, and that's going to send Bradley Howell to the line for a 1-1.
That's the 4th foul on Namir Robinson, number 4 on him.
So a little foul trouble here, and back into the game with 3 fouls is Winston Cole.
Yeah.
We've got 4 fouls on Green, 4 fouls on Robinson, 3 on Cole, and Jerry Petty back into the game for Beach. Yamani Bradley Howell. And the 1-and-1. The first shot is good, so he'll get the second one. We are all tied up. 54-54.
54, huh? 50. Talking like Spike Lee, huh? 50. I'm on 50.
Opportunity to give Garfield the lead once again. Doesn't do it. Winston Cole with the rebound. to Connerly. Connerly looking to get rid of it, sets a screen. Cole uses the screen. Bradley Howe jumps out on it, and that's what you should do. Cole drives, stutter step, shot is blocked. Out of bounds, 10 seconds on the shot clock, 21 seconds on the game clock, and Cole will inbound the ball. Joined on court by Clark, Petty, Connerly, and Bowl. Trying to get the ball in, does get the ball in. And then I think we're going to need to have a travel,
yeah. So Winston Cole was contested there and just trying to make something happen, and it's called for the travel.
So Garfield, unless something crazy happens, will get the last shot and an opportunity to take the lead into the fourth quarter. Ball in the hands of Justin. Johnson in the game. Are they going to look for him? 8 seconds. Justin takes it himself. Giselle Jackson with the ball. I think we're going to have
a blocking foul.
It's a blocking foul.
Yeah. So Giselle Jackson on the drive and then passed it. They're going to call it a blocking foul. And again, Tony, because now 18 fouls. Giselle Jackson going to the line, shooting the 1-and-1.
Jackson at the line.
4 seconds, 4.5 seconds actually, to be precise. Left on the clock. Shot bounces in and out. You got 3 seconds left. Winston Cole pulls up for about a 30-footer. Shot is partially blocked. And so here we are, Rick. This is where we started out.
This is where we started out. Tie ball game.
End of the third quarter. Garfield Bulldogs 54. Rainier Beach Vikings 54. Mr. Bellis.
Got bad news for you, Rick. Ingram gets their first loss of the season. Seattle Prep with a dominating win, 69-42. That drops Ingram to 3-1 on the season, tied with O'Day. Seattle Prep gets their second win. They're now 2-1 on the season. Eastside Catholic with a dominating win against Franklin. They won 83-55. They are now in sole first place on the boys basketball standings on Metro, 4-0 on the season. Rainier Beach is in second. They're in 3-0. If they can win this game against Garfield, they'll be tied with Eastside Catholic on the top. Garfield, of course, is sitting at 2-1 on the season. And just a game behind. And also just wrapping up, Bishop Blanchette defeating Roosevelt 55-46.
All right, I got some butter and some salt to go with my popcorn. I'm gonna pass the mic to Rick Dupree, and I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this fourth quarter. Rick.
Okay, put me to work. All right.
You might hear some yelling and screaming and excitement.
But so Garfield led 25-17 after one, then 38-37 at the half, and now as we go into the fourth quarter, tie ball game, 54-54. Started. We are back rather where we started, and the Vikings with it. Noor Bull took a step back, 3-pointer, top of the key. Jalen Stewart came out to contest it. He's going to be called for the foul, so Bull's going to go to the line. He'll have 3 shots here, Tony.
And again, we saw Bull play, and both of us were really impressed. And then we were told he hadn't played like that since. But What I'm seeing out here today is a player who is gaining confidence rapidly and not afraid to take the big shot.
Yeah, and he missed his first. He missed 2 of his first 3 free throws, but now he's hit his last 2. And so that's the one error we saw in his game that we're saying, God, he's got to improve because he's going to go to the line, whether he's shooting the jumper or going to the basket. His second free throw's up and in as well. So that gives the Vikings a 2-point lead. He'll have 1 more fouled on the 3-point shot. Noor Bull dribbles a couple times, 2-3, spins the ball. Bend to the knees, the shot is up, and it's good. So Noor Bull makes Garfield pay. Hits 3 free throws there to give the Vikings a 57-54 lead here at the start of the fourth quarter. Bulldogs with the ball on the right perimeter into Jalen Stewart. Outside of the right elbow. Stewart step back 3. Oh, in and out, won't go. Rebound to Josh Connerly. Big guy hands it off to Winston Cole. Cole across. Back out to Connerly, over to Jerry Petty. Petty looking between the legs, now backs it out. Goes past his man, takes it in the paint, and it's taken away from him by Monty. Bradley Howe to Korn. Johnson, and Corin Johnson lays it in easily, just kind of drops it down. Very, very smooth, gentle slam dunk.
Smooth.
On the other end, Newer ball. The ball is knocked away by Jalen Stewart. Stewart out to Corin Johnson. Johnson tips it, and Jerry Petty comes up with it, and the Vikings are on the run. Oh, and looking for Mario Clark was looking for Newer ball on the alley-oop, and just couldn't get him. That ball goes out of bounds, so the Bulldogs will take over and checking back in for Garfield, number 10, Jazelle Jackson.
Little miscommunication there.
Just a little bit, yeah. So Rainier Beach playing man-to-man full court press, kind of just not letting the Bulldogs bring it up without some pressure. Poppy Justin with it across the half-court line, guarded by Mario Clark. And the drive, Jazelle Johnson won't go. Clark with the rebound over to Winston Cole. Cole down to Josh Connolly. Amir Robinson, baseline jumper won't go. Ball's loose. Josh Connolly comes up with it. Loses kind of control, throws up, and chips it back in. Josh Connolly using that body.
Yes, he was. There was a lot for it to be that low in the paint. There was a lot of space.
Yeah, he created some space around him. And so even though he missed a lane, was able to tip in his miss. And now Brandon Roy and his staff gets up on the feet and they say, hey, we want a timeout here. So it's 6:03 left to play in the ball game. Rainier Beach leading Garfield by a score of 59-56.
Boy, thank you, Rick. I'm enjoying my popcorn. This is a great game. I know that there's a lot of you out there who are watching this game. We welcome you to hear the Hood Classic. This rivalry has been intense for years. We talk about, again, some of the legacies that are playing here in this game. We've got Amir Robinson, who's dead. Nate Robinson played in the NBA.
Right.
Logic Stewart's son, Jalen Stewart here, having a good game. Brandon Roy on the sidelines.
Right. As we look up at the Raptor in Garfield, I mean, not a lot of banners up here, but they have the banner of the 74 championship team, which many people feel the best basketball team in history, high school basketball team in history, but also a couple of others. You have Joyce Walker and Brandon Roy up there.
6 minutes and 3 seconds of exciting basketball. Beach trying to stay undefeated to keep pace with Eastside Catholic. Garfield does not want to drop down to 2-2.
And so Corin Johnson, who was just incredibly hot in that first half, 20 points. Cooled down a little bit, Tony, but still has 7 points here in the second half, so leading all scorers with 27. And the Bulldogs taking it out on their side of the court. Inbounds pass, Poppy Justin with the ball. He's guarded by Mario Clark. Dribbling to his left now. Looking for an opening. Bradley Howe over on a pass inside. That was Marjan Bennett. And Tony, I didn't see who hit that basket.
Jazelle Jackson, who laid that up from the right side.
And the pass from Marjan Bennett. Pulling the Bulldogs to within 59-58. Newer ball over to Josh Connolly. Connolly using the size, but Monty Bradley Howe there to stop him. Back out to Connolly. Connolly using that body, and it won't go. Jalen Stewart hits it out, and a save by Poppy Justin, but it goes to Rainier Beach, and they're going to say Rainier Beach now loose ball, and it's out on the Vikings, so Bulldogs will take over. A little sloppy action there, Tony, a little bit, but Bulldogs come down with it, and they have possession. Trailing 59-58, 5:14 left to play here in the ball game. Poppy Justin guarded by Mario Clark, brings it around across the timeline to his left in front of the Garfield bench. Passes it in to Marjan Bennett. Inside, Jalen Stewart, step back. Little shot won't go, about a 12-footer won't go. Rebound to Josh Connolly. So I'll tell you what, things have tightened up here defensively on both ends of the ball. The half-court offense not seeing as much of the fast breaks so far. Winston Cole with it, backs it out.
Marjan Bennett playing tight defense.
And Amir Robinson, long three-pointer won't go. And going up for the rebound for the Bulldogs is Poppy Justin. Passes out to Jalen Stewart. Stewart contested. Back to Justin. Justin now cross down on the baseline to Bradley Howe, and great pass by Yamani Bradley Howe into Jazelle Jackson. And Jazelle is fouled, and I think that may be on Amir Robinson. If so, that is
That's going to be number 5.
Namir Robinson with 4:23 left to play in the ball game, Tony. He is done, and he's staying on the court until they make him leave. And now Micah Bethia sends in Miles Damon, and he will replace Namir Robinson, who is done, fouled out with 5 personal fouls. So Giselle Jackson at the line. He has 2 shots for the Bulldogs. Vikings leading it 59-58, 4:23 left to play in the ball game. First shot is up, and it is good. And Tony, we are all knotted up again. Tell you what, it's going back and forth here. And behind us, some of the Garfield girls who had an impressive win earlier today.
70-9.
70-9 over Rainier Beach. Second free throw is no good, so we have a tie ball game here, 59 all. Rainier Beach with it. Miles Damon between the legs. Over to Newer Bowl. Bowl bring it to midcourt. Little shovel pass inside, and there's going to be a foul call. Let's see. They're going to call Giselle Jackson on the foul away from the ball. That's the 5th team foul on the Bulldogs. 19 fouls on Rainier Beach. So every foul moving forward, Garfield will go to the line for 2. And in a couple of fouls, Rainier Beach will then be going to the line for 1-1. Inbounds pass, Miles Damon stolen by Poppy Justin. Justin across half court, takes it all the way in and gets the bucket. Poppy Justin with the steal and the lay-in. And that gives the Bulldogs a 61-59 lead.
Full court pressure by the Bulldogs.
Yep, making Rainier Beach think about it. They get the ball in the hands of the senior. Winston Cole, he brings it across the timeline over to Miles Damon. Damon driving into the paint. Over to Connerly. Connerly looking, guarded by Bradley Howe. On the floor, and he gets rid of it. Miles Damon with it into the paint.
Garfield all over Rainier Beach.
Damon tried to get it, but there was Dondre White with the steal. Damon with the three-pointer.
Lefty buries a 3. Again, still kind of helter-skelter on offense for Rainier Beach. Nothing organized,
really
but they did get the bucket.
Monty Bradley Howe and cutting into the paint. And that was Giselle Jackson, but could not get it to drop. And so Rainier Beach now with the ball and the lead, 62-61. 3 minutes left to play in the ball game. Winston Cole guarded. Winston Cole with a drive. He was guarded by Marjon Bennett. Couldn't get it to fall. And Garfield now on the run on the baseline. With Poppy Justin and
Newer Bowl, watch out.
And the 2-hand slam. Newer Bowl conservatively jams it down. So that gives Rainier Beach a 3-point lead, 64-61 with 2:30 left to go in the ball game.
He left the hot sauce at home and said, I'm going to get these 2 right here.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure we get it. Now the Bulldogs with the Poppy Justin driving. Takes it all the way to the paint. Won't go. No foul call. And Winston Cole on the floor. The ball's down. Garfield with it. And they're on the other end. Basket there. Poppy Justin, who had fallen down, stayed down, and he got the pass. And now Will Hart, the referee, says, hold on just a minute. And I think he's saying, let's get a towel out. Yeah, there's a player on the floor, so wants to get a towel to wipe off on the inline there just to make sure that no player falls down.
And it is, on the one hand, there have been some lazy passes, but on the other hand, both of these teams get their hands on a lot of balls. They contest everything.
Yeah. That's a really good point, Tony. And knowing that, you cannot throw lazy passes. You have to be crisp with your passing and very deliberate. The other thing that you don't see a lot of, and as I coach basketball and teach kids, I tell them, man, use the pump fake on the shot and on the pass. And you don't see that a lot on the pass. I'm used to being a small guy playing football. Guys think, okay, I'm going to kill this little guy. So I use their aggressiveness against them. And that's something that, again, you've got to really, really try to, recognize that. And the pump fake is, I think, a underutilized tool in high school basketball.
Ask Fred Brown about that.
Oh, come on. I just remember the game against Golden State, we scored 58. And no three-point line, Tony. If there were a three-point line, he would have had 70-something. So Rainier Beach, 2:07, leading 64-63. They have the inbounds pass. Miles Damon with it. He's guarded by Poppy Justin across the timeline. Jump step, tries to get it to Josh Conley. Does. Conley blocked from behind. And I'm not sure who blocked it, but on the other end, Corey Johnson takes it in. And the soft slam to give the Bulldogs a 1-point lead.
Smooth.
On the other end, three-pointer by Winston Cole won't go, but it's going to be out of bounds, and I believe they're going to say on the Bulldogs. So Rainier Beach will retain possession. And checking in for the Bulldogs, number 10, J.Zell Jackson, replacing Corin Johnson. And I would think that's got to be only for a minute, Tony, because you got to get Corin Johnson back. Although it looks like he's rubbing his hamstring, so it may be cramping up. Yeah, it looks like he's cramping up behind in the calf area. They've got the little roller on the left calf there. So Corin Johnson trying to work it, and the trainer massaging his right calf. So hopefully he'll be back in. Inbounds pass, and Noor Bowl takes it in the middle. And there for the tip miss. Great defense by Marjon Bennett. But Rainier Beach got it, and the shot and the foul. So going to the line. So Bulldogs with 1:40 left to go, leading 65-64.
And that was a big play by Bennett. His Bull was aggressively attacking the hoop.
Yeah, he really was. And Jalen Green, who I think was fouled on the play, walking off the court, and he took a shot. And so walking back, and let's see if he's talking to the trainer. And let's see. Okay, so I think they're going to pull him out. He is walking with the trainer. So Rainier Beach is going to have to, he's going off the court, he being Jalen Green. So he's going to have to be replaced. I believe he was the player that was fouled and would be shooting. So in a situation like that, Tony, if I'm not mistaken, the opposing team will select the player. And they do, and so Garfield selects
Jamel
Duncan, the sophomore guard who has not played. And so put a little pressure on the young man.
Down one with 1:40 to go.
Yeah, so
welcome.
Yep, Jamel Duncan, a couple dribbles, bends the knee, shot is up. Oh, in and out, rattles around and out. He'll have one more shot. Couple 2-3 dribbles, spins the ball, another dribble, bends the knee, shot is up, and it's good. So Jamel Duncan hitting one of the two to bring it to a 65-65 tie. 1:35 left to play. Bulldogs Poppy Justin coming across half court. He's guarded by Jerry Petty.
Corin Robinson's back. Corin Johnson is back in the game.
Oh, and a drive, and they're going to call, I believe, an offensive foul on Poppy Justin. So Justin got past Jerry Petty, but who just got pulled in the ball game, Jamel Duncan was there, and I believe drew the foul. Let's see. I think they called an offensive foul, Tony. They did. On Poppy Justin, his third personal foul. Now, again, on offensive fouls, you don't shoot. And so Rainier Beach will take it out underneath 1:25 left to play in the ball game, and we're all knotted up to 65. Winston Cole coming across. Guarded tightly by Marjon Bennett. Gets around Bennett into the paint. And looking for Noor Bowl. Noor Bowl around the free throw line. Guarded by Jalen Stewart. Turnaround jumper. In and out. Won't go. Fight for the rebound.
Big man. Grabs the board.
Connerly. And Connerly with the rebound. And straight out the in and out. Tony, that was a
Connerly again. Gets his hands on the ball. They're going to call a jump ball.
So and possession arrow goes to Garfield. So Connerly went up, and there to contest it and force the jump ball was Marjon Bennett, the senior. And so Corin Johnson's going to check back in, and the Bulldogs are going to have the ball because the possession arrow is pointing their way. So we got a tie ball game here, 65 all, with 54.7 seconds left to play, and the Bulldogs with the ball. And they bring in their big gun, Corin Johnson, back in the ball game. Had some cramping in the calves, but he is back in the ball game. Poppy Justin across the half-court line, guarded by Jamel Duncan. And down in the corner, looking for Corin Johnson. Corin Johnson now off the top of the key. Johnson, three-pointer, halfway down, in and out. The rebound comes down to Poppy Justin, over to Yamani Bradley, half of the bucket. And the Bulldogs take a 2-point lead with 25 seconds left to go. Winston Cole with the ball across half court, backs it out, and Mike Mattia comes out and says, timeout. Let's talk about this. Woo, Tony, 21.7 left to play. Bulldogs leading at 67-65.
Wow, Rick, exactly what we expected.
Yeah, And Tony, you mentioned this earlier and talked about the teams that control that offensive glass, and Bradley Howell rather came up with a big offensive rebound and putback to give the Bulldogs a 2-point lead.
So Beach with the ball, a lot of their points have come from players making shots, not necessarily directly out of the offense, but they've got some players who can hit some big shots, and I'm wondering who Coach Bethea is going to put the ball in the hands of during this. He's going to draw something up, or you've got Newer Bowl. Robinson's out of the game because of 5 fouls. Of course, Winston Cole has had a huge game as well. So,
you figure he's going to put the ball in the hands of the senior, Winston Cole, and let him create and try to draw the defense and then kick it out to an open player. You got Newer Bowl, who has been very successful. And then you got the big guy underneath, Josh Connolly, who is such a wide body, Tony. And Connolly's out. So check it out. So they have Newer Bowl, Winston Cole, Jerry Petty, who hit a couple threes in the first half, Miles Damon, and I'm looking for Jamel Duncan. So Newer Bowl, they got it in his hands. And Newer Bowl guarded by Poppy Justin. Ball going one-on-one. Looking for a player. 13 seconds. Stolen. Justin with the steal, and he's going to be fouled. Oh, great defensive play by Poppy Justin. Comes up big, Tony. The junior with the steal on Newer Bowl.
And so Justin is a solid defensive player. Steps out on Bowl, and sophomore loses the ball.
Yep.
And again, it's that decision. Do you give it to Bowl? Do you give it to Cole?
I mean, the one thing that they drew up, what you see in the NBA a lot is kind of ISO, and that's what they were doing, which, I struggle with, especially a young player like that. You want to get some movement, and the first free throw by Poppy Justin is good, giving the Bulldogs a 3-point lead. You want to create some movement, Tony, get some screens and get some easier baskets. And unfortunately for Rainier Beach, Poppy Justin came up with the big steal. Second free throw, bends the knees, it is up and good, giving the Bulldogs a 4-point lead here with only 10.7 seconds left to play in the ball game.
And Coach Bethea has been doing this for a long time.
Yes.
You had a good point about putting the ball in the hands of senior. Bowl's been having a good game, and you're exactly right. They set it up and they ISO'd Bowl out at the top, and it just didn't work out. And I don't want to discredit Poppy Justin. Who was playing solid defense out there.
Yeah, very solid defensive play there. All game long, but that play in particular knocked the ball away, got the steal. Again, I like to have the ball in the hands of a veteran player who's been there, who under pressure knows how to respond in that type of situation. And but a great learning experience, Tony, for Newer Bowl. And the thing is, as a sophomore, this is a great learning experience for him. And just as you get into next season, we figured that by the time basketball season is around, the pandemic, it will be a true regular season, a full season, and just the experience that these young players are gaining in this shortened spring season is going to benefit them immensely.
So I don't know that Coach Bethea has a 4-point play in his book, but whatever they do, they're going to have to do it quickly.
Well, Newer Bowl had one earlier, so you never know. So
and the Bowl, I think we might get a little something going on here.
Winston Cole taking it out. They pass it into Bowl.
Stolen!
Oh, on the other hand, what a great play by the senior Marjon Bennett. The steal and the bucket, and that's going to do it, Tony. I'll tell you what, giving the Bulldogs with 3.4 seconds left to play, a 6-point lead, 71-65. Oh, what a defensive play. Tell you what, talk about defense wins ball games. We'll see. Oh, and now a technical. So Will Hart, the referee, one of the officials calling a technical, I believe, on Garfield's bench there.
Oh boy.
Tell you what, Tony, so maybe it's not over yet. Winston Cole goes to the line.
2 shots and the ball.
Winston Cole hits the first one. And the second free throw is up and in as well.
So it's still a big ask, the 4-point play with 3 seconds left.
But now Rainier Beach will take the ball out at half court. And what Garfield has to do at this point is no foul.
There they go.
Let them shoot. It doesn't matter if they hit a 3, we still win it. And you want to contest it to a certain degree, but you no foul, let them do whatever it takes. And Winston Cole at the buzzer, ball short, and Garfield wins it 71-67. What an exciting finish here, Tony, at Garfield High School, and the Bulldogs with the win.
You know, Rick, again, I qualify this by saying the Metro League is not saying this. I'm saying this. At the end of the day, when this comes down to the championship, I think your state champion comes from the Metro League.
More often than not, Tony, out of any league in the state, the Metro League has produced a number of, I don't have the exact number, but multiple state winners, that's for sure.
So 2 undefeateds fall today.
O'Day, Rainier Beach.
And Rainier Beach. And West Seattle wins their first game. Garfield now 3-1. Seattle Prep 2-1. This is just going to be this thing is just going to go down to probably the final week of the season.
Yeah, no doubt.
So final, if you could, Mr. Bellis, really quickly give us some final scores.
Some scores just got turned in at the last second here with Nathan Hale winning against Lincoln 65-54. Chief Self defeated Cleveland 66-57 in boys basketball, both of those contests. In girls, some recent scores turned in. Nathan Hale winning over Lincoln 40-20. Chief Self defeating Cleveland 40-24 in girls ball right there.
And Tony, for next Friday, I believe so. We only have the one game or 1 day of games, correct? Next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Check and make sure of the schedule. I think that's what was on the schedule.
Yes, we do have a Friday game, but we do have 2 baseball games on Monday and Thursday.
Great. Thank you, Daniel. So make sure to tune in for baseball earlier in the week, and then basketball here Friday, as we will be at the O'Day High School, Garfield at O'Day, boys at 7:30. And I believe the earlier girls game, depending on COVID protocol, there have been some things with holy names. We will have to update our fans and let them know what that game will be once that is decided.
So again, a big thanks to Providence Elder Place Pace, proud sponsor of Rainier Beach boys and girls broadcasts. And once again, Public Health Seattle and King County powering Metro League girls and boys high school basketball broadcast. That's it. An exciting game on behalf of Taylor Corrine and Daniel Bellis. Any final words, Mr. Dupree?
Hey, just great to be in here, and congratulations. Great games tonight.
That's going to do it for the kid. It's me, Tony B. Thank you for listening to Rainier Avenue Radio. Remember, on Sunday, free brunch from Mothers on Mother's Day, 810 23rd Avenue, right on 23rd Avenue. Chef Ty, partnership between God Is, fathers and children, $10 a plate. But for mothers, absolutely free 99. That's going to do it for us here. Remember, whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you are probably right. We're out.